Hello students, welcome all to this YouTube live class. In the previous class, we discussed about electric field lines, okay? And today we will discuss about Gauss law. What is Gauss law? You know, although Coulomb's law is the governing law in electrostatics, but its form does not always simplify calculations in situations involving symmetry, okay, involving symmetry. So in this class we introduce Gauss law for calculating electric field for symmetrical, highly symmetrical charge distribution systems, okay, in a simpler way than Coulomb's law. बुझी पारलो पिला माने प्रीवियस क्लास रे आमे गोटे लाइन चार्ज पाई बाहर करथिले एक्सप्रेशन लाइन चार्ज पे एक्सप्रेशन बाहर करथिले ओके इनफिनिटली लाइन कंडक्टर लाइन चार्ज ओके एंड फॉर द इनफिनिटली लाइन चार्ज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वाज E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon r and that was quite tedious and lengthy as well, okay, but with the help of Gauss law we will find very easily, okay. Let's see that. See, these are the Gaussian surfaces, the hypothetical Gaussian surfaces around a point charge, okay. So in order to Gauss law, we should know three important points. What are they? First area vector, then electric flux and then solid angle, okay. What are those? First, what is area vector? Area vector, we know area is a scalar quantity. Then how area is a vector? Listen, as it is a vector quantity, then it should have both magnitude and direction, isn't it? That means it is a vector area A, that is a vector quantity whose magnitude represents the surface area. Magnitude कौन represent करूची? Surface area, and the direction is defined to be the perpendicular to the plane of the surface. Remember this, perpendicular to the plane of the surface. Suppose this is the surface area, okay, this is surface area, okay. Then the direction of area vector is perpendicular to the plane of the surface, okay. This is the surface, plane surface, okay. So perpendicular to the plane of the surface shows the direction of the area vector, okay. See, so the direction of the vector, see this figure, also we can denote delta A as delta S. Delta A भी लिखी परिबा, delta S भी लिखी परिबा हमें area, okay. So direction of vector area A can be represented by using a unit vector A. तो मैं कहली the magnitude will not be changed. So what should be multiplied? A unit vector. यदि गोटे यूनिट वेक्टर को मल्टीप्लाई करी मैग्नीट्यूड ताले तो मैग्नीट्यूड चेंज हेबनी एंड दैट गिव्स अ डायरेक्शन, ओके. सो दैट्स व्हाई बाय यूजिंग अ यूनिट वेक्टर n cap perpendicular to that area, okay, and n cap stands for what? Normal. Then we can write a vector is equal to magnitude A and direction n cap, unit vector n cap, okay. Then question comes, the direction should be outward or inward. Direction ta ko pate haba, outward na inward? See, this surface has two sides, this surface has two sides, okay, isn't it? Then we can denote the direction always outward, the direction always outward normal. सबले मन रख बिले the direction will always be outward normal, inward habo nahi, सबले कोन habo outward, surface ru outward, okay. So the vector associated with the area of a closed surface, remember this, the closed surface is always taken to be the direction of the outward normal. What? Outward normal. See this figure, a surface रे कोन अछि outward normal, outward. तो सब बेले कोन हबो हम direction, that should be outward normal, okay. Next, so this is all about area vector. Next comes to second important point, that is electric flux, that is very important. We know the electric field lines, समझ जानी चाहिए हमें. Then what is electric flux? What do you mean by flux? Flux माने कौन? You know that flux comes from the Latin word meaning to flow. What is the meaning? Flux माने होची to flow. Flow means that flow may be air, may be water or may be electric field. समति किछि electric field समति किछि flow होनी. Okay, no such flow in the electric field, but we are considering, imagining like that. Okay, like air flux. See this. So from this window there is air is flowing, isn't it? So this is called the quantity of air, that is called air flux. What is that? Air flux. Okay, and from the tap water is collected in the bucket, and the quantity of water collected, it is called water flux. Water flux. Okay, and similarly for the electric field lines, electric field passing that area or crossing that area, penetrating that area is called what? Electric flux. That is the quantity of electric field. Remember this, electric field and flux, these two are different quantity. This is a vector quantity, this is a scalar quantity. Why? Because we are saying that a quantity, how much water is collected, that means, okay. So that means it represents a quantity. So electric flux is defined as the quantity of electric field linked to one area, okay. So एपट आम देखा एटा कौन कहबा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, दिस इज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, बट when it passes through the area, that is called electric flux. Okay, so that quantity represents electric flux, that's why it is a scalar quantity. Okay, see this, suppose the window size is small and intensity of air is large, that means velocity of air is more. Okay, बहुत air आछे और window size टा बहुत small अछि, then what will be the air flux? More will be the air flux, बुझि होछि, because intensity of air is more. Okay, other case, suppose window size is large and intensity of air or velocity of air is small, less, then also air flux will be more. Okay, so that's why, so air flux depends on both the size of this window and also the intensity of air. Similarly electric flux, electric flux is proportional to the number of electric field lines penetrating a certain area. Okay, that means flux is equal to electric field into area. That means more will be the electric field, more will be the flux, and more will be the size of the area, more will be the flux also. Okay, isn't it? So this depends on electric field and the size of the area. And also this is a qualitative definition of the electric flux. Then how we can represent mathematically, quantitatively? See, suppose consider a plane surface in a uniform electric field. I am consider kariba uniform electric field, the plane surface is there. Suppose this is the uniform electric field and a surface is there. Okay, plane surface is there. This is the uniform electric field. Here is the figure, you can see this, and yes, this is the surface, and what will be the area vector? See, this is the surface, okay. Then what will be the area vector? Area vector will be in this direction, that is normal to or perpendicular to the surface area. Okay, suppose the plane surface is tilted like this with an angle theta से tilted हो जाइए surface टा, तब तो area vector टा कोड होगा एभलिया होगा perpendicular to this surface. Okay, बुझी होची कि नहीं? तब and electric field कोड जाउची ए डायरेक्शन रे, electric field ए डायरेक्शन रे अछि. See this, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को डायरेक्शन रे अछि हमरो ए डायरेक्शन रे अछि पैरेलल सो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हमर डायरेक्शन ए डायरेक्शन रे अछि बट एरिया वेक्टर ता कोड होछि ए भलिया एरिया वेक्टर isn't it that means electric field vector and area vector makes an angle what theta are you getting my point that is this is the electric field vector this is electric field vector ever aschi okay and this is the area vector in this direction and this makes an angle theta in between okay so this is the diagram like this okay this is the side view you can see this from this clearly this is the electric field vector and this is the area vector this is the plane surface area and this is the vector area vector A. This makes an angle theta okay then which component lies along the E which component of area lies along the E sahaj ame kon we know that electric flux is field lines crossing that area unit area okay that means which component lies along the E vector see so this is the A cos theta this is A cos theta component and this will be A sin theta component okay see this so A cos theta component because theta is and theta angle is there so sorry yes A cos theta component lies along E vector okay then we can define flux phi is equal to what E into area that is which component A cos theta okay E A cos theta we can represent as E A cos theta that is dot product of E vector dot area vector A E vector dot A vector A are you getting so it is written here that the flux phi of E through the plane surface is defined as the dot product of E and A okay so phi is equal to E dot A that is E A cos theta what is theta theta is the angle between E electric field vector and area vector clear okay and I said already that electric flux is a which quantity scalar quantity you know that the dot product of two vector quantities gives us a scalar quantity in this way you can understand that also the dot product of two vector quantities gives us scalar quantity so flux is also a what scalar quantity bujhiyala and as it represents a quantity so it is also flux is also scalar quantity then what are the types of flux see suppose let's study the cases suppose theta is 0 degree then what will be the orientation see this is these are electric field vectors okay and this is the area vector okay so the angle between the area vector and electric field vector is how much theta is equal to 0 degree isn't it see this suppose this is the plane surface okay and in this direction the electric field is there then what will be the area vector this is the plane surface this is also the area vector isn't it so the angle between electric field and area vector as E vector and A vector are in same direction so theta will be 0 so theta is how much 0 by putting the theta is 0 cos 0 is what cos 0 is 1 we know that so theta is equal to so phi is equal to EA that is phi maximum this is the maximum flux EA okay when electric field and area vector are in same direction that is phi maximum is E 90 degree that means angle field is and so there is no flux. Next, suppose theta is 180, that means surface is field lines are and that means electric field, this is the electric that means theta is how much? No? ଏଇଠି ତ ସବୁବେଳେ ଏମିତି କରୁଥିଲି ଓହୋ ତାହେଲେ କ'ଣ କରିବି କେଉଁଠୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବି ପୁଣି ଆଚ୍ଛା ନାଇଁ ଏଠି ମୋର କିଛି ସବୁବେଳେ ତ ଏମିତି କରେ କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ହୁଏନି ଦେଖୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମୋର ତ କିଛି କପଡ଼ା ବାଜିଗଲେ ହିଁ ନାହିଁ ଦେଖିଲି ଶୁଣିଲେ ଏବେ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ 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 ଏଇଟା ଏଇ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଯାଇଛି ତ ଆଚ୍ଛା ହଉ ଠିକ୍ ଅଛି see this a third case when theta is 180 degree that means suppose this is the surface plane surface okay and electric field lines are entering to this surface and the area vector is outward normal that means the angle between electric field and area vector is how much 180 degree opposite that means so 180 degree and cos 180 is how much minus 1 so that is phi is equal to minus EA okay that is so this is called entering flux so we can say that this is called phi maximum EA here phi minimum 0 and also here this is phi 0 and this is phi is equal to minus EA. This is phi minimum minus EA. Okay. This is phi is equal to 0. See this. This is called emerging flux. That means what? Emerging means we can say that positive flux. This is called positive flux. Okay. And this is called zero flux. And this is called entering flux entering माने हम कौन कहें this is called negative flux this is called negative flux okay clear next then that was the case in the uniform electric field and for plane surface and this is the case suppose this is a curved surface consider a curved surface in a non-uniform electric field. Suppose these are the non-uniform electric fields, okay, and consider a surface like this. Any irregular surface you can consider, and that should be closed. Okay, suppose this is a closed surface, and electric field direction is in this direction. Okay. Then what, suppose consider a area element, suppose dA, this is a dA area element, and what should be the area, what should be the area vector, that is dA vector, that is outward normal. Okay, so what is the angle between E vector and area vector, that is theta. Okay, so the flux of E through the surface is given by phi is equal to E dot dA integration, that is surface integral of E dot dA. Okay, that means we know that when we are considering with non-uniform electric field, okay, and we will do a integration because the small area element is what, dA, then when the small flux will be d phi. So in order to get total flux we should integrate with E dot dA. Okay, and where dA vector is the vector area of a differential surface element, and the flux of E through a closed surface is given by phi E is equal to integral closed surface integral dot dA. देखो ये सर्कल साइन अच्छी, this circle in the integral sign symbolizes that integration is carried out over the closed surface, total surface रे हमें integration होचंदी. Okay, so that's why this is the general formula of electric flux, that is phi is equal to closed surface integral E dot dA. Okay, next, what is the unit and dimension of electric flux? We know that, see, that is phi is equal to EA, isn't it? That means what is the unit of electric field? Newton per coulomb, and area is meter square. So Newton meter square per coulomb. This is SI unit. Okay, what is the dimension? See this, so phi dimension is, what is the electric field dimension? We know that E is equal to F by Q. So from that we know the dimension M1 L1 T minus 3 A minus 1. Okay, and what is the area? This is the area is L2. Okay, so that is, area is L2, that will be M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 1. Okay, this is the dimensional formula of L3 2 plus 1 L3 M1 L3 T minus 3 A minus 1. This is the dimensional formula of what? Flux, electric flux. Next, then third important point is solid angle. What do you mean by solid angle? You know from the school that what is the plane angle? From the schooling career, that is, suppose plane angle theta is, this is the arc L and the radius is R. So the theta is equal to how much? L by R. This is called the plane angle. Then what will be the solid angle? This is this is the case in two-dimensional. Then solid angle analogous in dimensions as usual plane angle in two dimension. जोड़ा two-dimensional plane angle, three-dimensional solid. So this angle is called omega. That is capital omega. This is called capital omega. You can write, also you can write small omega. एमती भी लिखी पारिबो प्लीज. Capital omega. In this way you can represent, no problem. So what will be the angle omega? This is the surface area A by r square. Surface area A. देखो ये तुमको तो तुम्हें बादाम खाइला बेले बादाम वाला कौन करे कागज मोड़ी की गोटे कोन शेप रो दे कि नहीं मते बादाम दी से बात तुम देखा जाଉଛି कि नहीं एटा बुझिला हां दैट कोन शेप से जो कोन शेप रो surface area, that surface area of जो angle from say जो is known as omega, okay, and omega is equal to surface area A by r square. That is in 3-dimensional. Suppose consider an irregular surface. What is irregular surface consider? At that, at an inside point रे solid angle केते बाहर करिबा will be the solid angle. Suppose this is the irregular surface. Irregular surface. So ए surface area consider करिबा surface area. ए surface area टाकू एठी मु represent करछि. Okay? So this is surface area. See, we will consider that is where the radius, that means distance r should be same everywhere. Hello? हमें सेम प्लेन मन रखिबा देखो ये जो डिस्टेंस रा दिस डिस्टेंस आर दिस इज नॉट इक्वल टू दिस डिस्टेंस एल हो जाउ छी बुझियो छी नै दैट्स सिमेट्रिकल सरफेस ए सरफेस को हम इमेजिन करियो देखो हमर इरेगुलर सरफेस इटा हमर इरेगुलर सरफेस बुझियो छी सो दैट्स व्हाई everywhere, isn't it? So that irregular surface makes an angle theta with the that surface. This is the orientation. This is the projection of this area, isn't it? See this. This is the what? This is the r vector. Sorry, this is the and the vector of this area. Okay, then which area lies with the r vector? Who component lie करछि r vector? See this. This is the surface. Okay, make an angle with the angle theta with the r vector. Then this will be dA. Okay, another component dA sin theta. So dA cos theta component lies with the that we will consider. So we will write d omega is equal to a by r square. That is here d theta by r square. बुझे होची because dA cos theta component lies with the r vector. Okay, d omega, that is small solid angle, is d omega is equal to dA cos theta by r square. Then what will be the omega? Omega is summation delta A cos theta by r square. Isn't it? This small angle dA habo, then total solid angle kete habo? What will the total? Omega is equal to, isn't it, delta A cos theta by r square. Okay. So as the complete circle in the previous thing, theta is equal to L by R. That means consider the complete circle. Then what will be the circumference? 2 pi r. See this. As the complete circle softens an angle, that is L by r, that is you can write 2 pi r by r, r cancel, that is 2 pi radian. So as the complete circle softens an angle 2 pi radian at the center, similarly the complete sphere softens an angle pi steradian at the center. See this? This is the regular symmetrical surface, isn't it? Everywhere R is same. Okay. Area vector. So the area vector lies with the R vector. So what will be the angle? Angle theta is how much? 0 degree. So putting theta is 0 here, theta is equal to 0 degree, then cos 0 is 1. So omega is equal to summation delta A cos 0 1, that is by R square. Summation of delta A. See this. So this is the area element delta A. When we consider all the area elements, that is the area of the sphere. Area of the sphere. What is the area of the sphere? That is 4 pi R square. So 4 pi R square by R square. Cancelling R square, we will get that is 4 pi. So omega is the 4 steradian. In which case, the total solid angle made by a closed surface, remember this line, total solid angle made by a closed surface at point O inside it, says closed surface, bhitare jo point thibo, that according to that solid angle made by that closed surface at the point inside the surface is how much? 4 pi. Okay, regardless of the size and shape of this closed surface, what may be the size and shape of the closed surface, the solid angle will always be what? 4 pi steradian. Okay, that is also only on the inside point, but outside it is 0. Okay, we will see later. Then comes to Gauss law. So आमे जानिले important point, electric flux and solid angle. Okay, now we will know what is Gauss law. What is the statement? It states that electric flux to any closed surface is equal to the net charge inside the surface divided by the permittivity of free space epsilon naught. What is that meaning? Electric flux through any closed surface is equal to the net charge inside is very important. Suppose this is a closed surface re inside charges manankar summation, that is total net charge inside the closed surface divided by permittivity of free space, that is epsilon naught, equal to phi is equal to, we know that flux is equal to E dot dA, closed integral. Phi is equal to closed integral, that is this represents what? Closed surface. Okay, closed integral of E dot dA is equal to Q inside, that means net inside the closed surface, remember inside, divided by what? Epsilon naught, that is permitted free space. Okay. Then how we will prove Gauss law? Okay, we will assume Coulomb's law. Okay, first we will see case 1, that is flux due to what? An internal charge. Internal charge means the charge is inside the closed surface. See this is the closed surface. Okay, and the inside the closed surface. Then what will be the flux? We know that phi is equal to how much? E dot dA closed integral. Okay, that this is equal to E dA cos theta. What is theta? Theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. Suppose this is the angle, suppose this is the theta angle. Okay, the area angle between area vector and electric field vector. So ETA cos theta, closed integral. Okay, that is equal to, what is the electric field from Coulomb's law, we know that E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. हम Coulomb's law जानते हैं. Okay, is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square dA cos theta, close integral, that is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught constant maru that is dA cos theta by r square integration. This is solid angle. This is solid angle d omega. Okay, so we can write this as phi is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught integration of d omega. Then what will be the total solid angle from the closed surface? We know that, let's clear this, we know phi is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. So what will be the total solid angle for the closed surface? We know that this is how much? 4 pi. This is total solid angle for the closed surface. Okay, so this will be plus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 4 pi. Okay, cancelling 4 pi, we will get phi is equal to Q by epsilon naught. This is the final answer. The proof of Gauss law from Coulomb's law. Okay, so that means Gauss law follows inverse law of the Coulomb's law. Why? आमे सेटे पुट कले E is equal to KQ by R square. That means E, let's clear this, that as E inversely proportional to what? R square. So Gauss law follows that inverse square law. Inverse square law of Coulomb's law. Okay? But here question arises whether Gauss law can be derived for dipoles. Dipole पे बाहर परिवर्तन? Clearly not, because for the dipole electric field is proportional to 1 by RQ. That is, here for the dipole it is inverse cube law. Inverse cube law. Okay. So for this Gauss law cannot be derived. Okay. So Gauss law only holds good for charges. कहाँ पे है वो? Only for charges, not for dipoles. Not for dipoles. Okay, remember this. Next case we will study, that is what is the flux due to an external charge. That means this is the closed surface and charge lies externally. From that, let's find out. See this, we know that from Gauss law, phi is equal to Q inside by epsilon naught. That means we will consider the charges only which present inside the closed surface. But here Q is present outside that closed surface, isn't it? It will be automatically 0. Okay. Now consider, this is the first case. Now consider solid angle. How in terms of solid angle we can know that flux is 0? See this. This is the area vector. Sorry, this is the, suppose what? R vector. Okay. See this. This area element. Then what will be the area vector? See this. N cap is written here. Okay. So the area vector is in this direction and R vector is in this direction. This is opposite. So theta is how much? 180 degree. okay, and consider this area, okay. Let's consider first this area and here this area. Okay. Then what will be the direction? Area vector is in this direction and also r vector is in this direction. Okay, that means same direction r vector and area vector. The theta is how much? 0 degree. Okay. So here solid angle is how much? D omega is equal to dA cos theta by r square, isn't it? So when theta is 180, that means minus dA by r square, and when theta is 0, omega is plus dA by r square. So what is the total solid angle? Minus the plus dA by r square. So d omega is 0. D omega, the solid angle is 0. So what? 0. Isn't it? This is the second. You can know that, see this figure clearly, these are field lines entering flux and these are the outgoing flux. This is the incoming flux, these are outgoing flux. See, this is the positive flux and emerging. That means what will be the phi total? Phi total. So phi total will be negative flux, that is minus phi, plus what is the positive flux? Why minus phi? This charge is present here. The field lines are outward for the positive charge, isn't it? That means the crossing the unit area, that is, this is the flux. That area, this is the flux, okay. The positive flux. So minus phi plus phi. How much? 0. So in this way we can calculate the flux due to external charge, that is 0. Flux due to a combination of charges. What is the combination of charges? What is the flux due to combination of first case? In the first case, what is the Q in epsilon naught? That means we will consider only charges that are inside the closed surface. Okay. Q1 by epsilon naught plus Q2 by epsilon naught, like that up to Qn by epsilon naught, and we will not consider for the outside charges, and for the outside charges the 0 from the second case we studied, that for the outside case that is 0. Like that. Qi by epsilon. Okay. This is the combination of flux due to combination of charges. Next we will do what are the applications of Gauss law. My students, Gauss law holds good whether no matter how the charge inside the closed surface charge distribution jemti hele bi chalibo, that Gauss law holds good no matter how the size and shape of the closed space. Okay, but Gauss law won't help you very much if you don't have conditions like symmetrical charge distributions, isn't it? Symmetrical charge distributions nathile Gauss law ette help am. That's why in order to calculate electric field successfully you do need forms of symmetry. What forms of symmetry? Then what are the forms of symmetry? There are 3. There is spherical symmetry, cylindrical symmetry and planar symmetry. Okay, generally 3 types of symmetry we are considering, and for that Gaussian surface, we should consider a Gaussian surface. What is that surface? Gaussian surface is a purely imaginary and hypothetical surface. This has no physical existence. Okay, the purely imaginary concept, the surface. We should consider Gaussian surface for spherical, that is concentric sphere, cylindrical, that is coaxial cylinder, and for plane, pillbox. Pillbox may be in the form of cylinder also. Okay. Then what are the steps? The problem solving strategy for computing electric field. Electric field बाहर करिया पाई कौन applying should be problem solving strategy. There are many steps. What are the steps? Let's discuss. First step is draw a diagram illustrating the charge distribution. Distribution with the charge or line charge, maybe plane sheet of charge. Okay. So first charge distribution हमें draw करिया. Suppose I am drawing here point charge Q plus Q. I have to find the electric field at point P. Okay. Then next step is draw the Gaussian surface. Next step, draw the Gaussian surface. Then I will the Gaussian surface. Be first thing, the Gaussian surface should be closed. Next, electric field should be symmetrical everywhere. See this. The point charge, we know that electric field is okay. So at every point, electric field should be symmetrical, and also the angle between electric field and area vector, that is theta, also should be symmetrical. Suppose this is the surface, then what would be the area vector? This is the area vector. So this is electric field vector, and the angle between area vector and E vector, that should be symmetrical at every point. Okay, and Gaussian surface may be one surface or combination of many surfaces. That is more than one surface भी है पारिबो जेमति कि सिलिंडर. ओके, तो ये भलिया चित्र हम करबा कोन Gaussian. Next, calculate E dot dA. E dot dA closed integral करबा. Next step is calculate charge Q within this surface. A surface close or should be considered. Okay. And next, apply Gauss theorem and evaluate E. Finally, we will apply Gauss theorem, that is phi is Q by epsilon, Q in by epsilon, and you will evaluate E from that formula. Okay. These are the steps followed for calculating electric field. Electric field due to infinitely long straight wire. Infinitely long straight wire पे हमें calculate करेगा. This suppose charge, line charge infinitely. This is a small portion of the infinitely long straight wire with linear charge density. Okay, to find the electric field at point P at a distance r from the from this charged wire. Okay, then we will, the next step is what? Surface. Then surface. We will choose a Gaussian surface, a cylinder L, length L. Let's then we will find and surface in the form of cylinder coaxial with the rod. Coaxial with the rod. what will be the electric field? We know the next step is calculate E dot D. See, what will be the electric field direction? These are the directions of electric field. We know that for the point charges, electric field is outward. So here is also outward. Everywhere electric field is what? Outward. Then the area and one curved surface, one curved surface, one curved surfaces and one. And what will be the area vector? The vector is outward normal vector. Surface also, the area vector is outward normal, isn't it? And for the curved part, see this. The area vector is like this, outward normal. This curved part is like this, and the area vector is outward normal everywhere, isn't it? So, see this. Here, the angle between area vector and electric field vector is how much? Theta is 0 here, because the same direction electric field and area vector, and here the angle is how much? 90 degree between the electric field vector and area vector. Here is also the angle is how much? Here is electric field, angle is how much? 90 degree. Putting all values, we can calculate the electric field due to a long straight we are applying Gauss, and this we will in the next class. Thank you so much.